from day one when we're born, the first thing they give a baby is sugar water. So before anything, even before a mother's milk, you start loving sugar. Now let me show you where sugar comes from. Here's a piece of sugar cane. Well, it looks harmless, doesn't it? Did you ever see that commercial on television with the kids running around the sugarcane field? Isn't that happy? Well, it looks like so much fun. Did you know that to get to sugar, the sugarcane has to go through so many processes that it ends up taking 3 feet of sugarcane to get 1 teaspoon of sugar? Hard to believe, isn't it? That it takes all this sugarcane to get to that little teeny bit of sugar. So let's pull out our fruit cards. You'll notice that sugar is right at the top. 3 teaspoons of sugar is 1 fruit card. So let's look at a few items that have a lot of sugar in them, okay? This is a can of cola. Let me show you what it takes to make this can of cola as sweet as we like it. Get ready. I'm going to count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Better sit back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 teaspoons of sugar in this can of cola. They add a little water and some flavoring. Now, if that were just adding sugar cane, they would have to put 33 feet of sugar cane into each can of cola. Hard to believe, huh? Now, here is a cute little teeny candy bar. Innocent, huh? Let me show you how many teaspoons of sugar is in this candy bar. 1, 2, 3. You're kidding. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 whole teaspoons of sugar in this one little candy bar. That would be 3 fruit cards or 27 feet of sugar cane if you decided to chew on that instead, which is not such a bad idea. Now, I know you've been raised with sugar and you're just the sweetest thing in the whole world, but you've got to watch what you're eating. So always try to choose something that has natural sugar in it. Too much refined sugar not only makes you heavy, it can also put your metabolism out of balance, and you can get health problems like diabetes or hypoglycemia. The natural sugar found in fruit is a whole lot better for you. An apple doesn't send your blood sugar levels skyrocketing the way a candy bar can. And you know, the more sugar you have, the more sugar you want. Now, why don't you look at the foods you've been choosing lately and check for hidden sugars? Are you still eating sugar-coated cereals, or the ones where they take those little teeny raisins and put sugar all over them? Are you still pouring on that syrup all over them pancakes and just jamming that toast? If you are, you're just feeding that sweet tooth. You know, the food companies are finally hearing that we don't want so much sugar. There's more fat-free items coming out all the time. You should try them. That sugar-free jam is just as good as the kind with sugar. It really is. Then, of course, there are the sugar substitutes, and no doubt they are a lifesaver to you. But remember what this is all about. You're supposed to be changing the way you eat, not just exchanging one habit for another. So please limit the amount of artificial sweeteners or foods that have sweetener in them. When that sweet tooth starts acting up, give it something natural, like a juicy sweet piece of fruit to bite into. Now, come on. Let's face it. You're sweet enough. You really are. And if you lay off the sugar, you'll feel and look a whole lot sweeter. See you tomorrow, sugar babe.
Hey everybody, it's kind of funny that today's video is about sugar because I ended up filming it this morning instead of last night, and I just had my breakfast and there was definitely sugar in it. I also rewatched Jeremy Logston's video before I watched mine, or am doing mine, and I have to agree with him that this video didn't necessarily age well. I do use regular sugar. My overnight oats recipe had called for monk fruit sweetener, which was actually fine. My issue with it was that it was $7 for a bag this big. And I was just going through it so fast. I'm like, I'm going to switch it to regular sugar. So, my overnight oats has 3 tablespoons of sugar and a medium apple in it, which it sounds like a lot until you realize that it's actually 2 servings. So 1.5 tablespoons is in one, 1.5 is in the other. Still not great, but it is what it is. I have a similar issue to Jeremy with the fake sugar. I actually, sometimes I'll get an energy drink and I'll flip it around to the back before I even mess with it. The same goes with like those protein drinks and stuff. I flip it around in the back. If I see the word sucralose, it goes back on the shelf. I can have sucralose, but it has to be towards the bottom of the ingredient list. It can't be at the top. Because it not only does it taste disgusting to me, but it gives me stomach issues. I think the Oikos yogurt that I use actually uses stevia. If it does have sucralose, it's towards the bottom, so I don't have as many intestinal issues with it. I do have GERD, so I feel like it can cause problems with that. But yeah, I say just go with the regular stuff. Same with the whole milk, skim milk thing. I just go with the regular stuff because A, it tastes better, and B, as I mentioned in a previous video, I have a vitamin D deficiency. So I try to get it as naturally as possible, not just through my tablet that I take in the morning. So yeah. And Richard points out something good too, where it's not just switching to diet soda and doing the artificial sweetener, because you're basically trading one thing for another. Because I did do that at one point. I drank the 0-calorie lemonade, or the 0-sugar lemonade, whatever it was, back in high school. And I could drink it fine now, or then, but now, 20 years later, not so much. So, I hope you have a good day, and I'm going to get this uploaded, and I'm heading out to work. Bye.